Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for watching. This is Admiral Prower, and welcome to my little discussion about the dispute between the cold water modifications Epic Mod and Dot Mod, or as I've rather creatively put it, the submarine simulation scandal scuttlebutt. Try saying that about 5 times. So, a little bit about me, who I am. Well, I'm Admiral Prower, also known as the Nuclear Attack Team, and I am a long-time SUBSIM enthusiast. I started as a little kid back in the mid 1990s on my dad's 486, playing a demo disc of 688 Attack Sub until the disc basically went bad. And I've been collecting naval games ever since. I'm basically an amateur naval historian collecting all sorts of books, games, tapes, all sorts of things in regards to naval gaming and as well as naval history over the last, roughly close to about 25 years or more now. As far as where the community is concerned, I've been a member of the SUBSIM.com radio room forums since 8 January 2009. I've been a Discord moderator for SUBSIM since 2019, and I've also handled the SUBSIM Radio Room Cold Water Sub Forum as a moderator since earlier this year in 8 January 2022. And a little while back, I also took charge of the Cold Waters Community Discord server. And of course, I casually stream games. And I've pretty much done that since about 2015, starting off with World of Warships on Twitch and YouTube. So, what's this all about here? Basically, there was a game made by Killerfish Studios called Cold Waters, which came about after their success with Atlantic Fleet. And Cold Waters was essentially a spiritual successor to the Microprose Red Storm Rising game. And it's basically a casual subsim, and it's actually rather moddable. And as a result of that, certain mods like the Playable Subs mod, among others, came about, and two major projects pretty much branched out from that. The major project was Epic Mod, and Dot Mod basically consisted of contributors to Epic Mod. It split out from that. There's pretty much no dispute. Epic Mod did come first, but Dot Mod pretty much took their people and their work, their original work, and they decided to make their own thing and diverge because of disputes that Epic had with the mod team, as well as a different vision as far as what a Cold Waters Mega Mod should be like. So the Dot Mod members are Ivan Baranov, aka Dot, D. Smirnov, Masha Skylarova, Happy Yoctor, Hobbit Jack, Electric Boat, Minsk, Ghost Dog 688, Goldmaster 11, Russian Wolf, Kevin DDSSTT, Steel Shark, Misfit, Tionstav, and Red Eagle. Now, Epic Mod came out, first release approximately 29 May 2020, and Dot Mod came out with its first release on 17 July 2021. Now, approximately 29 August 2021, Dot Mod project members basically raised concerns independently to me as a SUBSIM Discord moderator about SUBSIM's seeming promotion of Epic Mod, giving it awards like SUBSIM Mod of the Year, and also having it featured on the site and in the download section. They had concerns about these promotions because of Epic Mod actually making use of their assets. And a former project member known as that person basically explained to me, said, okay, maybe about 9 months ago, this being August 29, 2021. So this would probably have made it maybe about December 2020 or so, roughly. Dot, one of the Dot Mod developers, was banned from the Epic Mod development team after a series of arguments with the main developer, also known as Epic and Fun, also known as just Epic. They parted ways and Dot started his own mod, Dot Mod. It was in that December that that person and several other people were invited to join the project, and they've been with .mod ever since. They noticed in May or maybe late April of 2021 when Epic and Fun announced his intention to take .mod configurator work and use it in his mod, Epic Mod, without permission. And they explicitly told him that not to use their work, and they did not give permission to do so. And their release video for 233 basically demonstrated .mod components. So that person says one of the first things you notice is he shows off several new models. Uh, Basically, the Iowa class, the Ticonderoga class, Cruiser, the Nautilus class, SSN, the Virginia class, SSN, the Oberon, and weapon models. That person says that he did those models and he put them together, and he basically did not want them in Epic Mod. And he basically shows off to me like the Iowa models that he put together in Blender, the missiles that he put together, and basically goes on to say how Epic was being elusive and flat out telling .mod members that he'll take their models, he'll take their code, and everything else just because he can, and he demonstrates it in his video there in the first 20 minutes of it. Now, I took a look at the original release of .mod 0.1 beta, and that was from 17 July 2021, and it exclusively says in distribution at the end, if planning to distribute the mod without modification, you may do so under the condition that you link the GitHub page and not to any mere torrent other distribution. If planning to distribute the main mod with modification, you may do so under the condition that you're providing a link to the unmodified version found on GitHub. Also, no restrictions are provided on your work. However, you are encouraged to provide a link on the GitHub if you're making a mod to the main mod separately from the main mod. You may include the installer as well as a config INI file to allow the mod to be automatically included and installed to JSGME. And says you may copy, edit, delete, add, and etc. to the content under the condition that you do not do so in order to distribute with or for Epic Mod. Yes, Epic, this applies to you. Don't say we didn't warn you. This was their very first release. So ever since release, Epic Mod has had no permission to make use of their assets. And you'll even see here, he says, cry from the heart. This mod is authors distributed freely. I have never asked anything from anyone, neither from the authors of the music, nor from the authors of the pictures, and actually from the authors of the game. This is my vision. I made for myself to join for those who download and just playing. No one forced anyone to do anything for the mod. Who helps? Well done. Thank you. I'm waiting for your developments to take them apart. People are waiting. I'll put your campaign in the mod as a whole. And he pretty much basically goes on to say, hey, I'm going to steal your stuff, and I don't care what you do about it. So he's willfully infringing upon the intellectual property rights of these content creators. .mod developers asked SUBSIM to stop promoting Epic Mod. So I decided to look a little bit further just to make sure that what they claimed had merit to it. So I began comparisons of the latest packages of those times and the key elements that they have pointed out, such as the Oberon, the Trafalgar, and the Type 21 fast frigate. And you'll see in here the .mod versions here, the Trafalgar and Oberon, the exact same file size, and the frigate has a little bit of variance as far as file size. Epic Mod's version is bigger, but that could be due to padding among other elements. So I dug a little deeper, and I basically did a file comparison with an application called WinMerge. WinMerge, despite the padding, pretty much says, hey, these two models are exactly the same. They're exactly the same in binary. And the America class submarine was also, or sorry, as it was, the Virginia class submarine was also one that was brought up. I did a comparison there, unmodified, and WinMerge Springer said, hey, these are the exact same files. So pointed them out to Epic and basically confirmed what .mod said was true. And Epic pretty much says, yeah, I pretty much said I'm going to steal your stuff, and I'm going to keep doing it. And we pretty much got a list of everything that Epic pretty much had taken, all kind of listed out here. You'll see here. And the text box kind of jumbled up here. And there's also like sound toolbar code. And pretty much Epic just doesn't care. Epic first claimed that DotMod stole their work, first claiming that was Soviet awards, which are actually property of the state that Epic had pretty much downloaded images of. He did not make these items himself. He just basically copied and pasted. And that's a bigger bag of worms there for the fact that those are property of the Russian state and are not to be reproduced. But even with that pointed out, with it being used in our Soviet campaign, DotMod pretty much said, okay, you know what? That's fair. We'll just pretty much remove those and make them from scratch, which is exactly what they did. I witnessed them do it. I witnessed them putting it in place. And then he further went on to say, well, you know, I was first. And also, he made the claim that the playable submod was majorly his work too, as well as 95% of Epic mod being made by him as well, despite evidence to the contrary there. The Virginia class, the Trafalgar, the Nautilus, the Oberon, like all these items here that Kevin pretty much points out, those are all .mod original items. And pretty much, even recently, with a release that he came out with on 2 May 2022, he's still using their work. I confirm that he's still using the same Iowa textures. Everything's pretty much of .mod still there. You can even see he's even still got textures in here that still have dot pretty much on them. And these are things that they do not want in the mod. They basically just want to remove them, use his own original work or work that he's licensed to use, and just replace. So as a result of those infringements, Epic Mod got suspended for promotion on SUBSIM on 8 January 2022. All download links to his site was removed from his thread. He was also suspended from Mod of the Year award considerations. And again, because of the claims he made about Soviet awards, DotMod was kept in temporary suspension as well, but not even 9 days after that claim was made, with 0.3 beta 4, DotMod pretty much showed that, okay, hey, the Soviet awards in here are our own original works now, so we released that restriction. Epic Mod still, however, would not keep to the rules, which our rules even say, hey, you're not to be putting or making use of any infringing content. So Epic Mod to this day, 8 May 2022, is still in suspension on SUBSIM. You can't post about it, you can't promote it, either on the forum or on the Discord. And basically, it's going to stay that way until he basically complies and replaces DotMod's work with his own work. And also because of his behaviors, he was banned from the Cold War's community Discord server. He likes to deflect, he engages in bad faith arguments, he blames others for his own actions, and his mod is basically spaghettification of other people's works. Playable submod for the most part, .mod, among other things. He's basically gotten popular on other people's backs. However, as people hear the truth and see how he behaves, they turn away from him. So I think the evidence that we put out here pretty much speaks for itself. I wouldn't give him a click, a view, a download. I definitely would not make use of his modification until he sets things right here. The power to do that is in his hands, and it's his responsibility. Otherwise, his reputation will be forever tarnished, and everyone will just turn their backs on him. His own people may continue to download and play it, but .mod will surpass him. Other mods will surpass him. It's just, it is what it is. The man's a crook.